Hello, this is the Shade Tree Mechanic here with our channel intro slash explanation of what we're doing here. This is a 1960 something, early 70 something GMC C5000 harvest truck. It has sat for 8 years and we're going to see if we can get it running. The owner traded some labor on it for me, and so right now we're trying to see if we can get some fuel in it and get it started. Okay, so it looks like, this old fuel filter, it looks like it's been in here a while, so I might believe, or fuel pump, excuse me, believe that there's something wrong with it, but we're gonna go ahead and pull it. I've got a new one here from Napa that we will put in and see what we get. Looks like the fuel filter's been played with and they've tried diagnosing the fuel system. It's disconnected right now, so we'll have to figure out what we need to do there. Anyway, the fuel pump actually looks new. Looks like it's not been used. There's not anywhere really on the end of it here. Looks like you got it in and just stopped using it, but it's 8 years old. I'm going to throw a new one on it. I just wanted to explain real quick that if you're ever doing this yourself, that you will have to pull the alternator. It's 2 belts, it's a 1/2 inch bolt, and then it's 2 3/4 inch bolts hold the fuel pump in. So I will now install the new fuel pump and hook it back up to its fuel system and see if she'll prime. Well, darn. I don't have the right barb fittings on the new fuel pump, so that'll have to wait for another day. We'll have to get some new barb fittings. Right now, I've got her to crank, but but she won't start. I don't know if it's anything wrong with that old Rochester 2-barrel. I'm trying to start it on starter fluid, by the way. Could be that. I could be getting no spark. I left my spark tester at home, so dummy. That truck's sitting 8 years. How are you gonna fucking know if you got spark or not? So now, I'm waiting on a buddy to come out here to help me out. Maybe a little bit, and then we'll see what we come up with. Like I said, I'd really like to hear this thing running at least on starter fluid. So that's where we're at. Alrighty, we're gonna have to call it quits for the night. She'll crank. She makes a little bit of oil pressure, but now I have no spark. So tried to start her off starter fluid, nothing, no noise. So we're gonna, and also judging by the look of this old carburetor, she's gonna need rebuilt or replaced. Doesn't look very good. So that's probably it for tonight. I just scraped these points a little bit with a flat blade. See if that cleaned her out to get her to spark, and we'll see what that does. But otherwise, till next time. Alrighty, so what we ended up doing, and I've got it all buttoned back up, is we rebuilt that distributor, points, condenser. The coil was good. The points needed clean. We hit them with a little sandpaper, and the rotor and cap were fine. So now we're gonna bolt everything back together here and start working on getting fuel. Well, we've hit another sag. We've got it all rigged for fuel. We put just about a 1/2 gallon of gas in it, and we found a rather sizable fuel leak that we're gonna have to figure out how to get rid of. So now we're gonna work on that. Okay, after finding a pretty substantial fuel leak in the hard line, we did something I would not recommend. Maybe the guys on roadkill would, but I traced it back to where it was leaking, and I cut the hard line and then squared it back out and put this rubber hose on. So cut it with a pair of dikes, bent the hell out of it, and then put it back. And it looks like that one down there is going to either need another thing on it to hold the fuel or what, but slowed down enough now we can see if we can try to prime the fuel system again. All right, moment of truth. System's fueled. Send a little gas down the float bowls. Hopefully it will prime. And the battery's dead. Take two. We've got it jumped here. Let's see what she'll do now. Oh, come on, baby, prime. What's it gonna do? Is it gonna prime? I feel like it should have primed by now. There's a little bit of fuel running into it. Ha! Wonder why that happened. Take three. Put a little more gas in it just to make sure it's not completely empty. I don't think it is. What is going on? That's what's going on. Ew. Well, crap. We thought we would have gotten that all drained out. Well, we'll just crank her a little bit and we'll just run this fuel filter for an hour or so, and then we'll pull it, put a clean one in. But I don't want to put a clean one on it just yet, so we can run all that rust out. Found a loose fuel line, sprayed a little fuel everywhere, but we got it to prime on that old rusty fuel, so we'll give it a go again, see if she'll idle. Second to lean out. There we go. See if we can start getting fuel pulled from the tank. Looks like we're getting some fuel pulled from the tank. Nasty, nasty, sad fuel. Keep it running with this spritzer. Better. I just want it to run for a little while and pull all this rust and crap out. This fuel filter here. Dang it. Because I don't want to spend money on a bunch of fuel filters. So we'll fire her up again. Ooh, didn't like that, did it? Pump it a couple times. We definitely have a dead spot on the starter, don't we? May have to replace that fuel filter quicker than I thought. Yeah, it's getting pretty nasty. They actually just want to Yeah, we're gonna have to replace that fuel filter and maybe just drain the tank, whatever's in it. We'll see. Alrighty, 8 years, all this dust, all this time. We'll see if she'll, ooh, that sounded fresh, didn't it? Might have to adjust that clutch a little bit. Is she gonna move? Ooh. Look at that. Oh, no brakes. Okay, well, on to the next step. Try to see if we can get some brakes. Alrighty, well, we've got it moved out of the shed, which is what the owner wanted. Wait until I have time to bleed the brakes and figure out what's going on with them. Get this thing washed out. I'm gonna need some help with it and either slap a new carb on it or rebuild the carb that's on it. But for right now, she will sit right here, probably for a week or so.